Canada, not my home nor my native land. Oh, Canada, not my home nor my native land. Oh, Canada, my home and native land. You can tell I don't know the words to any of this. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I don't think my head's gonna be able to handle some of this, but what was that noise? With age and glory comes a lot of the spoils. Good afternoon. It is the afternoon. Oh my God, I just realized it's the afternoon. 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 How are you all doing? I just want you all to know if you're watching this live or watching this on like the back end or the rewind, whatever high energy you expect from me, you're not getting it. I'm just gonna let you know that right now. I am exhausted. Let me tell you. Let me tell you why. Reasons you clearly don't care about. I spent a good majority of my night playing NCAA. I am amazing at that game. It is immaculate how good I am at that game. It is amazing. It is amazing. It is amazing. I honestly don't care about the trans boxer. I'm so burnt out with caring about sports that has been politicized. Well, just watch the sports. Is the boxer actually trans? No one knows. That's why I need to change that title. I gotta change that title because that's not how we're doing this for reasons that'll be apparent when I show you. Because interesting developments have occurred that I think I have talked about somewhat. And maybe if I haven't, and maybe if you don't know about it, it'll be news to you. But my issue, which is going to be very apparent in the months after when no one cares about this, when I eventually make my video, is that it's going to come down to all of these people who have let you know that the joke is what is a woman if they can't figure out what a transgender is. I only cared about Steph and LeBron playing. The thing about that is, while we were all fighting for l'America, these dipshit conservatives are like, oh my God, LeBron is such a piece of shit because he didn't dap up some random kid who walked up on him in, I ain't gonna say the middle of the night, but like during nighttime while LeBron was walking into a club. Like, I'm
According
sorry,
to you,
I didn't know that this docks your legit status for fighting for America, because I guarantee you, if America would have lost, all these you notice these dipshits have absolutely not came out and were like, good job, LeBron and Team USA. It was, why is LeBron the one holding the American flag? How dare you here? Like, how dare you sit there and think that he should be the one holding the American flag? And it's just like, in my head, it's like, all right, spend the, I would believe, close to $10,000 in total to get to Paris and take that fucking thing out of his hands. I know you're not going to do that because you're a puss. But, you know, give me some intrigue so that I could laugh at you at how stupid you are. For the people who don't like trans people, it's ironic that they're trying to label people trans. Yeah, and I'm, like, still to this day trying to figure out, like, why a transgender was, like, randomly blamed for a school shooting that they weren't even in the same state for. And to this day, I'm still fixated on how many people were like, oh, but it's the leftist ideology. No matter the ideology, you're still going to have to deal with violence in this world. And I don't want to be the bearer of the obvious bad news, but falsely accusing somebody for a school shooting is dumb. And there's a certain clip I want to find, now that I've said that out loud, because it highlights a hilarious issue with a certain corner of the internet. Is slander? Oh, is that what you call it? I would also call it that. And it would, coincidentally, if people had money, start suing because it would be obvious that doing that is bad. Falsely accusing somebody of a school shooting is bad, people. I truly don't know how to like explain that to you other than it is bad. Like BAD, bad. So I gotta figure out how I want to timeline this. Where is it? First I need it. I need the development that made this so funny to me, because when this was like the topic people wanted everybody to care about, but it didn't. I just didn't care. Primarily because I know no one else cares. And the reason why I know they don't care is because nobody, and I do mean nobody, would actually do anything about it. These certain motherfuckers will sit there and tell you, you should be mad about this. And then they'll sit there and always say, "Oh, well, you deserve to have this happen because you're not speaking up about this because I'm speaking up. When is everybody else going to speak up?" It's like, okay, you went from being somebody maybe somebody could look at and say, "Hey, maybe," to you're just fucking insane. It's why everyone's supposed to say allegedly about accusations. I don't know who told you that that's going to get you out of legal trouble, but that does not work. I'm gonna need y'all to stop taking your fucking counsel from YouTubers, like, cause that's a YouTuber fucking like talking point. That just say allegedly on top of everything. That doesn't help you. Like, just don't do that. How about if you don't know some shit, just shut the fuck up and wait. That's easier than even throwing some smoke out there for a motherfucker to come back at you and be like, "Hey, dipshit, you know you said this," and you don't even have to have the headache of trying to explain that shit. I was highly disappointed in the Olympics this year. Distasteful. The U.S. should have taken a higher in archery. Like, come on, I'm gonna give it realistically. No real American gave a fuck about that. We only give a fuck about the basketball and the fucking gymnastics, like, and the track. Like, those were the three main things, because I don't even know if anybody gave a fuck. I didn't see anybody give a fuck about the swimming. I remember when swimming used to be our thing and we didn't even have black people there. You know what I'm saying? So we essentially got it. We only care about ass and ball. I mean, some people do, because there was no other content from the Olympics that apparently mattered. Just so we're clear. Oh my God, why are there more articles about this? Jesus. All right, where's the one? There it is. There's our money shot. There's our money shot. The only person in Paris people care about is Simone Biles. Yes, and also for the fucking weird reason of, and it irked me, but it didn't irk me enough to make a video, because I didn't feel like any of this. I didn't feel like speaking on it, but the random bitching about Simone Biles' husband during the Olympics, and then like the collective dick sucking of another competitor's husband at the Olympics, because I guess the white guy was like overly excited, and that made all these motherfuckers who pretend to care about black people and black love, got them all happy. But the two black people who are in love, we got to create think pieces about how we want them divorced. Great job unifying the black youth. I am here and poop. See, that's a white person thing to say. I'm pooped. Like, that's white people lingo. Also, I'm gonna just say this now. Curb all y'all fucking enthusiasm I am operating off no hours of sleep. I'm easily irritated. So if you come in here trying to sound like a smartass, I'm going to illustrate to you how dumb you are. Because I have been choosing more peace, and I don't give a fuck about your parasocial fucking standards in anything. Which was illustrated very recently. Because I am at the point where I am choosing more peace. And for some reason, that's kind of causing people more attention because they're starting to realize that in order for me to have peace, some of y'all gonna have to shut the fuck up. I'm in a sarcastic mood again. Why aren't you sleeping? Who cares? You could talk about the mocking of Christ in the opening ceremony. I don't give a fuck. And the reason I don't give a fuck is the reason why I'll never give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck when those random fake-ass Christians were crying about the Deadpool movie, is because you motherfuckers actually have pedophiles running around trying to be priests in your churches, and you barely care about that. So excuse me if I don't give a fuck that you got mocked. You've been mocked in American entertainment, Japanese entertainment, all across the world, brands of entertainment. You're okay. Get the fuck over it. You're mad because your little safe space got violated again, even though you're the same motherfuckers who will sit there and get mad or somehow grasp at some straw or somehow mock another group of people when they complain about jokes being made at them. Welcome to the fucking dance. I thought everything was on the table to be made fun of, or that's just the comedian's job to do it, which if that's the case, a lot of motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up because they're not funny. So, that's my stance on all these motherfuckers that's seemingly suddenly caring about their Christian faith when it's convenient for them to not have to talk about any pedophiles that just so happen to be in the church. They just want to broadly paint a brush about, the LGBTQ and all of them being fucking pedophiles. And I was watching Gothic's stream, and she brought up, and I'm paraphrasing, how she enjoys talking to like people who are gay that are in our audience that don't just automatically become triggered and start calling people homophobes. And it's like, well, I wish I could say the same about your ilk, because you bring up anything that would even create conversation, and it's, oh my God, you're a leftist, socialist, want to see Republicans die, you're voting for Kamala Harris. And it's like, no wonder I don't really speak, because it's like, who am I speaking to? Not an intellectual, I'm speaking to a dumb fuck. And that's not towards Gothics, that's towards like the 2% audience that likes to be heard the most. That's like realistically fucking slow. They're like just slow. It's not all of them. It's just like that 2%. And that 2% is known about by Gothics. She just ignores it. And I do too. I just block them. I don't want to see them. I don't have the energy. And you know what's crazy? I called them Jesus freaks, and they got mad, and they wanted to lump Gothics into that. And I said, no. Gothic's not a Jesus freak. You motherfuckers that are uppity about it, you're the Jesus freaks. Because I don't really respect anybody who uses the word of God to spout bigotry and hatefulness. Because I'm willing to bet a couple body parts that's not what God signed up for. I'm willing to bet it. I'm willing to put something on the line that's not really what the guy was going for. It's on all sides. Yes. No shit. It's seemingly just a motherfucker's mad when they're brought up. If y'all motherfuckers would stop crying about being brought up and accept the fact that everybody's welcome to the table, we wouldn't be having these conversations. But no, somehow we must stage a mutiny for the Olympics because, they made fun of Christianity. Same thing every other fucking piece of entertainment has done. And you barely bat an eye. admitting wrongs is a painful thing. No one really likes to do it. Not you, not me. Eventually, we just got to get the fuck over it. Gothics is the only religious person I enjoy listening to because she's not too far fucking stupid to use the Lord to just start spouting a lot of dumb shit. There's shit to criticize, but she's not sitting here saying, worship God or you're going to get raped. Like, she's not one of these fucking Jesus freaks. Like, the Jesus freaks. Jesus freaks, you concern me because nothing you do is going to get you to heaven. You're going to hell. You're coming with me, whether you like it or not. But what the fuck? See, this is the stream where it's just like nothing will be coherent and you're going to accept it because I could have sworn we were here. Oh, we were here to talk about the motherfucker everybody seemingly thinks is a transgender. Because it's like, oh my God, did y'all see a picture of the motherfucker boxing it with a cock cup on? But then did you also see the fucking picture of her as a little girl? So it's like, oh God. So it's like, we don't know what to believe now. But I feel like it started with this. The entire right has been built on lies and it's been glorious watching them self-destruct over the past few days. The entire voter fraud stories were built on lies. Giuliani and Fox News both admitted to it in their civil lawsuits, which is true. These people were saying Biden was dead because he hadn't been on TV for 2 days. Every accusation is a confession with these people. And I would just like to say, I watched this and maybe somebody will agree with what is about to be said by the motherfucker who doesn't have a good stance on video games. You do not have to lie in order to compete with your enemy. The truth wins in the end. It may take a while for us to get there, but I guarantee you the truth will get you farther than trying to match your opponent's lies with lies. It'll just make everybody see you all as dumb fuck liars trying to get my attention.
You know what really irks me is that we can't, because nobody on the right's going to fall for it. Mm-hmm. If I came out and literally was like, John, Kamala Harris wants to ban Zyn. You know, like we make that joke, like it's going to convince Gen Z. No Gen Z right-wing person really thinks she's going to do that.
Right.
Because they're not stupid.
Right.
So we're stuck in this position where we have to be honest all the time and they get to lie and get away with it.
Oh my God. You're stuck in a position where you have to tell the truth. My anus is bleeding for you, you poor fucking soul. You poor malignant tumor. So speaking of, about the motherfucker who nobody could really figure out is transgender, but everybody for like a full day was posting pictures of the motherfucker in shorts, looking at every wrinkle for a dick print. She's lawyering up. Olympic boxer gold medalist Imane Khalif filed legal complaint in France for online harassment over her sex during the Paris Games, her lawyer said. Khalif won gold for Algeria, which I need to fucking say this again. Algeria is not a pro-LGBTQ place. So it's like, you gotta be a bold motherfucker to do anything with your body involving like anything regarding LGBTQ and also fight for your country and then go back to that country where you might get your tongue cut off. I do love the like random conspiracy theory we came up with the last time we talked about this motherfucker. Where it's like Algeria hired a fucking trans secret agent. It's just like batshit. That's just us having fun though. I prefer your comedy, not your headline chasing. Wow. So what's the headline chase? Me reading? I didn't know reading was a headline chase. But received a torrent of criticism over an alleged failed gender test at the 2023 International Boxing Association competition. The IBA test was carried out on unspecified grounds and came after Khalif defeated a Russian opponent. The IBA has been criticized for its ties to Russia and has no role in the Olympics. Khalif is listed as female on her passport, and the IOC has called the IBA sex test flawed, defending both Khalif and Taiwan's Liu Ting, which is another individual that I think is in this picture. I think is the person in blue. And I think they both got characterized as dudes beating up women. And it's like, maybe, and this is my hot take. This is my drastic hot take. Maybe they're just ugly as fuck. Like, maybe these motherfuckers are just ugly. And they ugly enough to look like a dude. Like, that could be the worst thing you say about both of them. Like, they ugly. Like, I don't think they men. I just think, they're really ugly. I just really think that might be it. And now Leon would be sued for saying that. Hey, you know what? Bring it on. But I'm not about to just run around and call these motherfuckers men and then act like I have a stake in that game. Which is outlandishly fucking wild. It's drastic. Yu Ting won gold set. What the fuck? Oh, they both won gold in different divisions. The complaint was filed Friday with a special unit in the Paris prosecutor's office and alleged aggravated cyber harassment targeting Khalif. Her lawyer told the AP, describing a misogynistic, racist, sex. Wait a minute. Where's the racism? I understand the sexism part, but what the fuck? When the fuck did you get called a nigga? Every stream is basically look at this headline, then laugh at it in partisanship. I feel like I told y'all I'm operating off no hours of sleep, and I ain't got time for this bullshit. So just, since you're bitching about it, bye. There you go. I release you. You're free. You're free. You're free. Do people even know her race? She's Algerian. I'll give you that. I don't even know where the fuck. All I know is the motherfucker's Algerian. The ism came into play because a few people categorized all Algerians as cheaters. I don't feel like that's racist to say. But I will say it's drastically funny that the motherfucker had to do like an IG photo op.
تحية الجزائر.
Class? What are we thinking? What are we thinking, class? Would you hit that? God isn't looking any better. Wow. Y'all suck. Y'all suck as human beings. Y'all suck as people. How rude. See, this is the racism that we was taking a hike. Whoa, I'm a homo, so no. What the fuck? Oh, man. Where's the one? I think this was the one picture everybody was like, hey, this is clearly a dude. And it's like, maybe. Or maybe that's just one ugly-ass strong chick. Like, a couple things could be true. A motherfucker could not be the most attractive one getting their shit punched. And maybe, just maybe, they getting buffed out while doing it. I'm straight, maybe a little gay. Duh, but no titties equals man. So you telling me all fat men are Yes. Oh man, I hate the fact that I'm doing this stream with like no sleep in me. Like there's no sleep. I'm all around the place. I won't lie. She needs beauty guru makeup. Oh, let me. Peachy. Uh, I'm calling in Peachy. Ain't she like a Peachy's like a makeup artist, so she might be able to get this done. She might be able to get this shit done. The thing about the chromosomes though, because that's like everybody's big hiccup. At first it was, oh my God, she took this test and it proved XY chromosomes. Then it was, she might have one of those fucking biological disorders where it's like you're a biological woman and then you end up with the fucking Y chromosome, which is a rarity. So it could be that. Then it became, no, the fucking Russian test was so faulty and nobody fucking trusted them to begin with. Which is like, well, I feel like somebody should trust them because they're the ones doing tests on them. So unless a motherfucker's doing like a backdoor deal to fuck somebody clean the fuck over. Yeah, it is. Contour on it. Oh my God. Why are people like this? Even so, what's the purposes of figuring out if whether or not Khalif is trans or not? Well, if you want me to answer as Leon don't give a fuck. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because it don't affect me, it don't bother me. I don't know how, because some people like tried to tie in America with this, and it's like, this is not an American, this is an Algerian. I don't know how we tie in this to like anything regarding leftists and Democrats. This is completely something happening in the other side of the world. Technically, they got nothing to do with us. But it's like, I mean, if you want to tie it all together, I guess that's the way you do it. Leon's so damn white, he's laughing like a sped kid. I don't think I'm laughing like a sped kid. I don't think I'm laughing like a sped kid. I think I'm just, having a time. But I necessarily don't care because when this happened, I was only focusing on like the men's basketball games. And as it was occurring, I was watching Steph Curry like lead us to the finals. And while it still kept going, I was watching Curry shoot a 3 in front of 2 people and sending them motherfuckers back to where they came from while we took home the gold. So it's like, this really didn't affect me as much as people think it might. And in terms of the women, I mean, if they necessarily barely care and the only ones that are speaking up are the ones who would never actually train to be fighting and trying to beat this motherfucker so that they could go home and take the gold, seems like everybody just typing on the keyboard at this point. But that's just how I see it. That's how I see it. Did you watch the triathlon? Nope. I do know that one of the United States track runners was talking a lot of shit. And it's like, oh, fuck. I'm dying out here. All right. We haven't done it in a while, but you all deserve it because you've been nice little boys and girls. Yes, Lyles. It's like, he talks a lot of shit. He could back it up somewhat. I hated how the fact that he didn't like come in first and he started claiming, oh, let me go get an ice bath. Oh my God, I was so hurt. It's like, no, you talked all that shit, then you got humbled. It's like, if you're going to talk the shit, back it up. Like Sha'Carri Richardson. Everybody looked at Sha'Carri Richardson. It was like, yes, go do it. She started talking shit. Then she got humbled. Then she ain't disappeared, but she fell out the spotlight. And she trained, bust her ass, got to the Olympics. I don't know if she got I know she got to the Olympics and then fucking won some shit. What did I miss? I mean, fuck, all right, so look, I'm just asking you, do you think this is a man or a woman? Because that's really all you missed. I'm also tired, got humbled. Well, I mean, that's what happened. Sha'Carri Richardson talked a lot of shit and then got humbled and then bounced back. That's pretty much it.
The women's coaches complained a lot, and because of this, we started the checks. We didn't just start it like that, but at the request of the female athletes. When we did the test at the World Championships, the test showed that these were men. It's sad when we shout to the whole world that we are for gender equality and the protection of women, and then they simply destroy women's sports.
I ain't gonna lie to you, like, and this is me being pessimistic, I won't lie. Protecting women's sports, like how? Because just like saying, this is a man, it's not really protecting them, especially if like the boxers know and then they end up just signing on to do the fight anyway. And yes, it's the Olympics and all that shit. It's like, why wouldn't you fucking just go for it and try at this point? You could, and it could work out great, or it could work out terrible. But I think what fucks Emaine is that she's going to have to prove some at this point. And the only reason I'm saying this is because she is now going into legal action with it. So somebody gonna have to prove something. Because if you don't, or if you do and it turns out that you are a transgender, then these motherfuckers were correct. And I just don't think, I think that sets you up for objective failure. I think what also fucks this is that I don't understand any of these people in their language. However, this is an instance where people should dot their I's and cross their T's to wait for more information. But they didn't. And it was just, fuck, I'm tired. I speak, you shut up, listen. The fact that she was able to compete for her country is amazing. It's really, that's what's sticking me. Damn it, you're making me yawn. Well, fuck, it's contagious. But that's what's sticking me. I don't know how Algeria, as a country, lets that slide. Like, that's the one thing that's, like, really sticking me. Because you would have to cover up a lot for that country to not know anything and to let you represent them with something that they themselves are not a fan of. I am the leader of the Ice Age. I should not be making these jokes.
Then, I know that the president back, I respect him. He's the president from the National Olympic Committee. I respect everything. I know that to say the science is poor. For me, science is not poor.
All right, guys. So we got to follow up on this story. Probably.
Time to get your black conservative perspectives, buddies. I know it's been a while. I know it's been a while. But I thought, we could have some fun with this shit, you know what I'm saying? Well, you and I could objectively, come together and have a little bit of fun with this. It'll be amazing. All right, guys. No, it's hi, guy. Hi. All right, guys. Like, that's what it is. You fucking, you mongoloid. Why don't you respect him, you fucking beast? Show some respect, you communist Russian. Fuck. Like, what is with you people and not showing your basic respect to a fellow American who fought just as hard as you and I in moments of abject tyranny? He shaved himself. Why are you looking that hard in his fucking face? Why? Why are you looking at that man that hard? What the fuck? Why would you look at that man with such fever? Jesus.
The most popular story in the world from the Olympics.
No, it was not. That was not the most popular story in the world from the Olympics. From the motherfuckers talking about Christianity to America winning the basketball shit. Get out the way, pretty boy coming through. Me and my crew. Never knew what I would be. I find.
Involving the alleged biological male boxers Amani Khalif from Algeria and Taiwan's Lin Tu Ting. Okay, now since Amani Khalif essentially made a biological female boxer quit in 46 seconds, the world has been upset with the fact that the Olympics.
Was it the world? Or was it just like this corner of America? This corner of America would be outraged about shit like this. But like overall, are we gonna sit here and say that the world is watching?
Is allowing an alleged biological male to fight women in the Olympics. However, Amani Khalif has come out and defended themselves and said that, hey, I'm actually a female. Okay, I was born female. There's no proof that I am male. Except the IBA, the International Boxing Association, is sticking to their guns and saying that, no, we tested you. We believe that you are a male, that you have XY chromosome. And this comes as the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, is defending themselves from criticism of their testing standards because Thomas Bach, who is the...
So we have a conflict of interest. Well, not even a conflict of interest. We have a conflict of testing. Like, we have a conflict of testing. You got one group saying, motherfucker man. You got another group saying a motherfucker woman. And it leads to the basic fucking antidote of, what the fuck is the motherfucker? If we ain't got nothing to actually backdoor deal this shit so that we could actually figure out what the fuck this motherfucker is right now, then what, I would argue, are we doing? You know that politics are boring when everyone makes a fuss about something that's foreign? I'm going to say this with a lot of sincerity, and I hope you understand this. The election season is ungodly boring for everyone who just wants to focus on anything regarding policy or rules. Because if you notice, no one's really fixated on anything regarding actual policy and rules with any like actual, I guess the word would be sincerity. Let me see if this helps. Anything regarding like inflation barely gets talked about because Trump got on stage, made fun of the other motherfucker and how they look, and also for some reason gave you two different sizes of Tic Tacs to basically say this is inflation, which is the most inaccurate depiction under the sun. And that'll be the thing people stick to in anything. On top of which, you You got these motherfuckers running around saying we want to stop genocide, and they were doing that for almost a full year. But because some non-black motherfuckers said something demeaning to a black woman, we've completely circumvented that conversation to talk about anti-blackness and who's the most prominent in the oppression Olympics. A month prior to this, you like, not even a month, that's being too charitable. 4 months ago, if you were even caught having fun, it would bring out everybody saying, why aren't you talking about Palestine and genocide? We went from that to let's spend too much of our fucking time complaining about racial tensions between black people and, I guess, Arabs and Palestinians, because somehow this ties into voting for Kamala, because if you don't, or if you do, you're supporting genocide. And it's like, wow, I thought children were dying.
The head of the IOC says that, hey, the criticisms from the IBA, whose chief is Mr. Umar Kremlev, are not founded. Okay, their tests, the tests that they did, are flawed, and that they are doubling and tripling down on this idea that Amani Khalif and Lin Tuting are in fact biological females.
How can somebody being born, raised, competed, and having a passport as a woman cannot be considered a woman? If they are coming up with something, we are ready to listen. We are ready to look into it. But we will not take part in a politically motivated, sometimes politically motivated cultural war. And allow me to say that what is going on in this context in the social media with all this hate speech, with this aggression and abuse, and fueled by this agenda is totally unacceptable. Every woman who is
I don't want to take away from this important press conference, but could you say in no uncertain terms, what is democracy? This is democracy manifest. Peachy, we need your help. Word on the street is that my good friend Peachy, the one parasocial freaks considered to be my girlfriend, what would you do to this face? Like, what's your makeup critique to this face? Like give me some makeup critique for that face right there, the one in red. I'm pretty sure you need a better angle. So let me there you go. That looks like a better. Look at that $1 million smile. Shut up. We're not asking any of you. You all don't know makeup. Our good buddy here, Peachy, knows makeup. So she's gonna get this all sorted out. She's gonna get this all sorted out for us all right now. Go to sleep? No. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere until we get this situated. And until it's situated, I will not do anything except rise above the occasion. So, Peachy, what's the play? What's the goal? Yeah. We need to know. We need to know, like, what's the makeup routine? And before you fully answer, I want you to, where is it? Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, there it is. What? She did get a makeup routine, but I also don't think she's wearing makeup. No, what are you putting? What are you helping to fix it? Do you think this current look is a whoa? What a what a move! What a move! What a move! That pic, she has makeup. I mean, what would you rate it, makeup artist? Like, from this picture to this picture, what are you rating it? Shocked, Julian? No. What are you rating this picture, Peachy? We must know the objective critique of the. I'm not a makeup artist. I leave that to you. I leave that to women. That's a skill women have. Even though I am a gynecologist, I would love for Peachy to, in real time, an individual she has never seen before rate the makeup. 1 out of 10. What's the makeup? 1 out of 10. 1 being ugly, terrible, grotesque. 10 being runway model. If you're asking me, I'd give it an 8. And that's not being hyperbolic. That's just me appreciating some good makeup. I mean, it's not bad. Don't like the shirt, but overall the colors complement her skin tone and her contour is on point. I feel like I said on a scale of 1 to 10, not a fucking soliloquy. I feel like I said scale of 1 to 10, not no goddamn soliloquy. So we gonna try it again. Peachy, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the albino, the Algerian woman who, like, for the full week has been accused of being a transgender? Maybe an 8 or 9. She agrees with me. See, that's how true feminism works, bitches.
According to the rules, a woman then has to be allowed. And the definition of who is a woman, and to ensure the fairness of the competition, for this we have our framework in place.
And there was a press conference centered around the controversy as the liberal media wanted answers from the International Boxing Association to prove that Amani Khalif and Lin Tu-Ting were in fact born with XY chromosomes, right? They want more details about the test that allegedly both of these athletes took before being disqualified from the International Boxing Championships after failing their gender test. So again, the media is obsessed with essentially trying to make the chief of the International Boxing Association take back his claims that these two boxers are biologically male. And let's just say that did not go too well, as Reuters cut the stream and some BBC reporters actually walked out of.
Wait. Is the lady people swearing up and down is trained? Yes, that's the accusation. Can't wait for the legal documents to drop. Well, it's funny you bring that up because I want to read this this report that came out 3 days ago. Golden boxer Imane Khalif is getting attacked by one of her former sparring partners, Bulgarian-Nigerian woman Joanne name I cannot pronounce. Sparred with Khalif on several occasions and has bizarre theories on Khalif's background. Nigerian boxer Khalif has some kind of internal issue, but he's a man. I will stay by my words until she does the test to prove to the world that she is a woman, but we all know that won't happen. I mean, fuck, I feel like it would. I feel like that's the safer thing to get people to shut the fuck up and get off your back, is if you just like take a here and now. Like, it seems outlandish to do it. Not even outlandish to do it. It's more like, all right, you're veering into a motherfucker's essential private life for medical records to try to prove that the motherfucker is a girl or a boy. And I'm in this area of expertise where it's like, all right, I said expertise, not even in the slightest am I an expert at this. All right, let's tickle the balls on this absolutely horrendous scenario. The motherfucker takes the test and is a girl. Hopefully everybody who's running around like apologizes. But some of that won't happen. But then it comes out, the motherfucker might be a man. Then the conversation is, well, shit. How dare you fucking compete in this boxing? Like, y'all not going to get that medal off of her. Like, y'all not. Because I'm almost certain the motherfucker will kill you for it. Because last I might have checked, this is a fucking boxer with boxing ability. This motherfucker is a boxer with the ability to blow your shit backwards. And if you don't fall in line, you get mowed the fuck over. Like, I feel like I did lose my mind on that one. I feel like that's essentially how that would go. You would get your shit beamed. I mean, I know we all like to think we could all fight and whatnot and all punch on some shit. This is a boxer. I thought they claimed that they were a male. Yeah. Sure, yeah. That's what the liberals want you to think. That's what the liberal media wants from us all, but we should know better than to actually dream a dream. Why did somebody drop a Bible verse in my phone? Motherfucker just pimped a Bible verse on y'all. How do y'all feel knowing that y'all just got pimped for a Bible verse? I hope y'all feel good about yourselves. Like, I hope that inspires what it means to truly be a woman and backpedal the ever-loving fuck out of any conversation. I've never seen that verse before. I bet you haven't. See, that's the problem. You trans folks haven't seen the true work of God. I'm so fucking fried. It's ridiculous. But let's keep watching.
The press conference because they hated to hear this man refuse to back down from his allegations.
Dr. Umar? Dr. Umar is in the building.
There was a number of concerns from boxers, coaches, indeed the medical team, medical staff, the ringside doctors regarding these two boxers in particular. Blood tests were taken, a gender test was taken as it was during the Women's World Championships in 2022 in Istanbul.
I hope you're having a fabulous day. I'm operating off of 48 hours of no sleep. You might ask yourself after hearing that, Leon, what the fuck were you doing? And the answer is none your fucking business. You're not going to do the dramatic pressing play? Fuck you, computer.
And at that point, I'm just going to highlight here. So on the 17th of May, 2022, the results were taken, the blood tests were taken by a lab known as System Tip Laboratory in Istanbul. We can give the license numbers out so you'll be aware of that, and the results from there were issued on the 24th of May. Okay. The tests were taken, and the results, I'm going to discuss this shortly. The results...
How did you miss the space bar? I feel like I hit the alt button. I'm fucking fried!
that were brought out were...
48 hours without sleep is bad. Do you realize there's a motherfucker who's been up for like 200 hours and he's completely destroyed his psychosis? He is going to be fucked. I am going to pass out as soon as I'm done here. I just wanted to have our time together to be special.
Were inconsistent, so...
Don't you give up on me.
Further to which...
Haven't you drank some coffee? No. Coffee is going to make it worse because it's going to keep me awake. And I don't want to be awake. Once I'm done here, I'm going to sleep.
Been a number of questions as to why.
Just shut the fuck up.
But we came about to the next female championships was taking part in 2023. So there is a time gap. But the reason for that is because we wanted two tests. So there's two tests required, not one, but two tests. Time gap between, and then to the next world champion.
Leon can't sleep because he's awake in someone else's dreams. Is that the reason? If that's the reason, then fuck one of you. You're terrible human beings. You're all bastards. Bitches alike. Be ashamed of yourselves. Tell your parents they should be ashamed of you too.
Championships, which was taking place in India. Okay, so we go to the female world championships. that took place between the 15th and 26th of March. Both boxers entered the championships, and at which point, on the 17th of March 2023, both boxers were asked to take a further blood test. That happened, and on the 23rd of March, the results came through, and it demonstrated
yes, it's the contagious yawn.
the chromosomes that we refer to within the technical competition rules that make both boxers ineligible, and that was then further ratified by the BOD, our board of directors. It was taken there to remove both boxers from the championships. That was on the 26th of March 2023. We had a letter that Mr. Yarolimpos had put forward to the board, and with this it explained fully what the situation was. We've got a document that Mr. Yarolimpos sent to both boxers, and within that document, and we'll let you see these documents.
What the fuck? Eat salad, motherfucker! I will not eat. What do you motherfuckers not get? What are you kleptomaniacs truly not getting? What actually is going to happen is that I am going to go to bed. Like, I'm not staying up for like a challenge for myself. I'm not staying up for a challenge. I'm going to bed. I'm just up now for the sake of it. I guarantee you this much. Peachy's going to text me later, and she won't get a response until probably 3 o'clock in the morning, because that is how confident that's how long I will be asleep for, and that's how confident I am in that.
There is an attached referral to the blood tests that were taken. Okay.
Oh my God! I just hit my hand on the fucking mic there. Ow!
Due to non-disclosure and medical in confidence, we're not able to give you the actual blood test itself. But what we can show you is the front cover copy with the annex, which we'll put up on show shortly to indicate what that was, and a signature on the bottom of both documents by both boxers who received those blood tests accordingly.
Yeah, so you've seen that, you heard that. So essentially, the International Boxing Association is at war with the International Olympic Committee, okay, over this idea of, okay, who is doing the gender testing that has the most integrity, right? That's what it's really about, okay? The IBA is essentially accusing the IOC of destroying women's sports by not having rigorous testing standards that allow biological males to compete against biological women. This is essentially what they're clarifying in this fact sheet that they put out about the tests that were taken, the fact that both these boxers had to take 2 tests. They did not pass the test because presumably it was a chromosome.
Got punished for dissing salad. You got punished for suggesting me to eat food when I'm drastically tired.
Test. They define what a male is and what a female is. A male is an individual with XY chromosome. Individual with XX chromosome is a female. And they're basically saying, look, we are telling you that they did not pass our test. We cannot give you the test results because it constitutes private medical information, but those 2 boxers received a copy of the test. So if they want to release the test, then hey, they can, right? That is who you need to go to for your information. And I find that to be very fascinating because, you know, a lot of people, conservatives, people on the right, people who are upset with this situation have been getting a lot of pushback and backlash claiming that we are wrong. Okay, we're wrong about our opposition to this person competing.
I don't know if you're wrong. I just don't think you have all the information lined up to make these strong guesses
against biological women, because this person is a biological woman. However, if this person is in fact a biological woman, then they should have no problems whatsoever releasing the results of the chromosome test, because if they have XX chromosomes, then hey, the conversation is over, right? It's over. You have humiliated everybody who doubted this person, okay, and whether or not they're actually a woman. However, if the paperwork comes back and it shows that these boxers are in fact biological males, meaning that they have XY chromosomes, then basically conservatives and people who are opposed to this would have been proven correct. Now, again, these individuals may have some genetic condition which results in their genitalia not developing properly, which could lead to doctors and parents or whoever mistakenly identifying the individual as a biological female. But if they have an XY chromosome, then by definition, they're not a biological female, okay? They are a biological male, okay? And I guess in certain situations like that, you can make an exception and say, hey, since you don't really have a penis, and in some cases, these individuals just flat out have female body parts, maybe they can't give birth.
Can't they just pull that? A lot of this would be easily solved by that. The problem is that's not going to happen. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you. That's not going to happen. I know we all want the easy way out, but that's not how this is gonna go.
But, you know, they got a vagina or whatever, okay? And if that's the case, hey, you know,
Vagina!
what? Fine. You can live your life as a female. But when it comes to competing against biological women in sports, you can't do that, right? You just can't do it, okay?
I don't know why conservatives care so much, because they saw videos of it's mainly in like combat sports where you have to get physical. Because all of a sudden these fucks care about this and they don't want to see women get physical. Which begs the question, whether fuck are any of you for these WWE matches or these AEW matches or these fucking UFC fights? Because you'll get arguably that same level of fucking violence in that same area of expertise. But the reason why is because they see all these fucking images of these motherfuckers getting in fights after the fact and trying to correlate it to see this is what's going to happen in Biden's America or Kamala's America, which in reality is just them inheriting the fucked up mistakes of Trump, who inherited the fucked up mistakes of Obama, who inherited the fucked up mistakes of one of them Bushes or both of those Bushes.
Hey, we're going to bar you from that. But
It's an endless cycle of Americans not really being able to understand that they're fucked either way.
when it comes to, you know, other things, you can, you know, live your life as a female or whatever, but you're still biologically a male, right? You're still biologically a male. So I personally think that's the middle ground here, right? I think that, you know, since this individual allegedly, right, has female parts, if that is the case and they have an XY chromosome, then it's like, okay, for the purposes of competing in sports, that's not fair. But when it comes to other things, it's like,
Why is it not fair? Is that giving the motherfucker the advantage of a lifetime to beat the fuck out of people? I don't necessarily believe that to be the strongest case under the sun. I just think that just makes them a woman. And if they're just so happen to be stronger, because let's be honest, there are women stronger than other women, motherfuckers are going to get their ass handed to them.
okay, well, I mean, look, physically speaking, on the outside, is basically a woman, right? And again, it's not because they chose to be a woman. It's because of a genetic anomaly in regards to how they present themselves. So, hey, I can understand why it would make sense for this person to have the lived experience of a woman, okay? So I get that, okay? This is different than the trans thing, okay? In the trans situation, I don't think we should be making all these exceptions for people who are choosing to try to switch their gender, okay? I think that's the difference. In this situation right here, this individual, although it seems as if, you know, according to the IBA, they have XY chromosomes, they're male, because again, they were born with female parts. Then again, it just makes sense that they live their life as a female. But when it comes to certain situations in regards to competing against women in sports, where that male hormone actually really matters, then
Are ugly women a genetic anomaly? Maybe. Because that's where I'm going. This motherfucker might just really be a ugly motherfucker. And it's like, that's the burden to bear when you a real like ugly ass dude. Like you're not gonna get invited to the Gotillion ball. You're just gonna be fucking around. And you're gonna be viewed as promiscuous. You're gonna be viewed as oogly because that's how you will be seen. You'll be seen as oogly. It's like, man, fuck. I don't think that's fair. But what are these certain situations? You telling me that a motherfucker who runs around, who fucking born a woman, grew up as a woman, but because they got this one outlier, they're no longer allowed in like competitive sports? Like, I'm gonna tell you something about shit like this. Motherfuckers are going to sign on to it either way, whether you like it or not. They're going to sign up for it. They're going to sign up to get hit. They're going to sign up to compete to get hit. And if they run into a situation where they get hit too fucking hard in their fucking nose and cranium, the way it's like, fuck it, I got to go. Might just be as simple as a motherfucker being stronger.
and yeah, we have to say, no, you can't do that. You have to compete in the other category with, you know,
And this is the thing. We say, no, you can't do that. Who is the we? You? Because let me tell you something. You are in the same category as me, YouTuber. We don't make the rules about the Olympics, and it's not really gonna fucking stop anything, especially when having a country. Now, in 2028, the Olympics are coming to America, And if you think the conversations now are outlandish, just you fucking wait until it goes to what these people call commie fucking formula.
Trans individuals or other intersex individuals if they have that category, right? And if they want to do that, fine, right? If you want to have a trans and intersex category, then in my opinion, I think that solves a
I mean, at this point, fuck, let it rip, because they added beatboxing to the. Did y'all fucking see the beatboxing Olympics? That's real. Like, don't even fuck with me right now. That is a real fucking thing that occurred in the fucking Olympics, and I lost my fucking mind. Why did I lose my mind? Because a motherfucker sat there with objective omnipotence and played in everybody's face for a mother fucking moment under the sun. And it was annoying. I watched the beatboxing Olympics, and I watched a white woman get laughed out of the building and then cried about it because motherfuckers online made fun of her. I shit you not. That was a funny fucking day. It was a time to be alive and experience objective omnipotence. And it will never not be funny. It was amazing. A sight one truly must understand to behold. Beatboxing or break dancing, whatever the fuck they call it. I don't care. Peachy, how you doing? Huh? How you doing? How's your day? What are you doing? Huh? What's with you? Huh? Are you living your best life? Are you doing okay? Hanging in there? I'm dying over here. I'm fucking dying over here. And it ain't even a set of circumstances that matter. I'm dying in the wind over here. It's not good. It's not good. Well, this might be my worst dream to date, because there's no way I'm actually sitting here like losing my frontal lobe, putting together school and dog stuff. Boring. Well, you're a fucking woman, so it's gonna be boring for you anyway, fucker. I'm like, Peachy, why are you so mean to me? Was that the bite of 87? It most likely could have been. Like, when you really think about it, the bite of 87, like, mattered. That fucking FNAF game took years off my fucking life because it is ungodly ass backwards. That game is like obscenely backwards. Can we get a Leon face cam? You may be so tired you turn white. Yeah, I'll get right on that. Don't you worry. I'll get right on that right now.